So if you have been following me for a while, you know guys, we did talked about this ascending broadening wedge which was playing out in an hourly time frame for Bitcoin, and I also made it very clear, if we are going to remain above this 21,500, 21,600, find support above that area, there is a very high probability that this trend is going to continue this uptrend. And as soon as we found support, we did continue this uptrend, and now after this price retracement, the price of Bitcoin is again showing this bullishness. So the question here is, will this trend continue here to the upside, also break the previous high around 24,000 area? Is it going to happen today? Because if we look at this example which we talked on my yesterday video, you can see here, according to this CPI indicator, you are aware guys, yesterday I made it very clear, if the price of Bitcoin wants to continue this impulsiveness, or if we want to see any sort of impulsive movement playing out here in price action of Bitcoin, first we need to overcome this obstacle which is around 23,100 area, because this 23,100 was the exact area where this central CPI line was lying around. So that's why yesterday the price of Bitcoin was below the central CPI line, the same line was acting as a resistance. But now if we look at this current price action, we are above this central CPI line. So if the price of Bitcoin manages to find support above this central CPI line and also close the daily above this area, then there is a very high probability that we are also going to test this top CPI line, and this top CPI line is going to remain our upcoming target for Bitcoin, which is around 24,777 area. Why this upward price target actually makes a lot of sense, even if the price of Bitcoin is going to show another reversal here in this manner. We are aware guys, here in the medium short term, as long as we are going to remain above this central CPI line, also above this bottom CPI line, any sort of a corrective movement could still play out in this manner, because we have been very clear. We also found out that around this bottom CPI line, we have some very strong line of support lying around for Bitcoin. Not just only the support from the bottom CPI line around 21,500, 21,600, but also the neckline from this triple bottom. I made it very clear on my yesterday's video. This neckline is definitely going to be acting as a support, and also the horizontal channel, because horizontal channel, the upper line, was a very important line of resistance. You can see here we are above it, and any sort of a pullback, this could be a retest of previous temporary raise line before price again shows any sort of an impulsive movement. Why we are expecting this trend continuation to happen at least towards this 24,000, 24,700 range before we choose a trend direction, because yesterday we found out that after 100 days of this downward price movement, this Williams alligator indicator has finally flash this bullish crossover. What I mean by that, whenever we have seen this green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, this Williams alligator indicator after that has showed some very nice bullish movement. You can see here, green line at the top, blue line at the bottom, bullish price movement, bullish price movement. But when blue line is at the top, green line at the bottom, the price of Bitcoin has showed this reversal here to the downside. And this exact scenario happened here, but after 100 days of this downtrend, now this Williams alligator indicator has finally flashed this bullish crossover. Not just only this Williams alligator indicator, but also if you look at this MACD, if you look at this RSI, T3CCI indicator, all of this indicator is confirming this price movement. So any sort of a corrective movement here in price action of Bitcoin, this Williams alligator indicator, which acted as a resistance in a downtrend, is going to be acting as a support for Bitcoin. So that's why guys, that's why I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue at least towards the 24,000, the top CPI line, 24,700 area before choosing a trend direction. And if that is going to happen, the price of Bitcoin is going to show this impulsive movement, then we have to be extremely careful, because there is one scenario which is pointing us that if we do reach the top CPI line, then we are going to see a bigger price retracement here in this manner. Let me show you that here. Now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware, we have up to $5,150 crypto exchange bonus available for you in the description down below. PHEMEX is giving around $4,100 bonus after your initial deposit, and BYBIT around $1,050 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, the link is provided in the description down below, so feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So now if we monitor this price movement here in a daily time frame and also look at this right angle broadening wedge, according to this right angle broadening wedge, if you look at the price action of Bitcoin here in this manner, you can see very clearly, guys, the price of Bitcoin is forming so-called right angle broadening wedge. And according to this right angle broadening wedge, the price of Bitcoin is actually getting rejection each and every time it's testing this upper line area. And now, if you look at this example here, so if this ascending right angle broadening wedge is going to fail to break above this rates line, which is also around 24,700, 24,800 area, if we are going to fail, if we are going to get rejection on that area, then you can see, according to this example, we could be seeing a bigger price retracement, and after that, the trend continuation here in this manner. So that's why, even though this is a bearish scenario here in the medium short term, this is also pointing us that we could be retesting the target around this top CPI line before we actually choose a proper trend duration. And beside this example, guys, if you also look at this here in a smaller time frame, you can see, I want to show you one very tricky formation. This is looked as a bearish pattern because this is a rising wedge. But what has happened in most of the case during this uptrend, even though the rising wedge is considered as a bearish scenario, it's getting rejection exactly around this upper line area. As you can see, if we are going to see this retracement and even a fake out, because rising wedge is a bearish scenario, please keep this in mind. If we are going to see any sort of a retracement in this manner, what has happened is a movement in this manner. Even though rising wedge is considered as a bearish scenario, the price of Bitcoin has showed some weakness and then again continue this impulsive movement. So that's why this is also one thing what we have to take into consideration. But here in the medium short term, if you look at this CPI indicator, you can see things are looking very, very good for Bitcoin. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please destroy that like button. And also for those individuals watching this for the first time, come on guys, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.